This is a video to show you what you need to have in your ISN for Unit 1B's unit, Earth Science and Topography. Your unit cover starts on page 32. The cover will be due next week, and we'll decorate it with things that we did during this unit. On page 33 should be a completed table of contents. This table of contents is located and linked on our Science 6 School Loop page, as well as the bulletin board. You can have a typed copy of everything that needs to be on this page. On page 34 should be a completed Unit 1B vocabulary chart. This should be done on both sides. On page 35 is a warm-up from September 26 about the 4 spheres of Earth and our hydrosphere experiment where we tossed around the Earth ball 100 times to see if in fact water made up a majority of our Earth. On page 36 should be studying our service section 1-2 notes. Page 37 is a warm-up from 9:29, which was us drawing the prime meridian and the equator to mark off the invisible grid, and then our practice of using latitude and longitude markers. On page 38 is the 1-3 notes, talking about the different types of landforms, elevations, reliefs, and latitude-longitude lines. Page 39 is our first depth and complexity icon warm-up on September 30th. And then below that, we drew an example topographic map labeling all of the portions of the map. On page 40 is our 1-4 notes, asking and learning about topographic maps. Page 41 is the warm-up from October 2nd, asking you if you're planning a hike, which side of Mount Aviara you would climb based on the topographic map. And then directly under that, on 41, was the topography of your hand activity, where we explained how the topography of your hand was like Earth and how it showed you how a 3D image makes a 2D topographic map. On page 42 is what is a topographic map. It has the elevation markers and it labeled here. Some classes were able to finish the back and some were not. Do your best to finish this section. On page 43 is a map in a pan, the analyze and conclude questions with a picture of your map. And then on page 44 was the map in a pan lab. The conclusion questions again are crossed on page 43. On page 45 is a warm-up from October on topographic maps, our second depth and complexity icon warm-up. 46 was our 3D map on the Horizon for a Smartphone article where we marked the text. Page 47 is the Cupcake Island topographic and relief map that you drew. And on page 48 is the lab cupcake topography. On page 49 is a warm-up from 10-7. Periods 2 and 3 did not do this warm-up. And underneath will be the warm-up we do for October 9th. And lastly, on page 50 is your Earth Science Study Guide for this unit. If you're missing any of these items, please check the daily agenda on School Loop or check the locker for the things you might have missed. Happy studying and getting your ISNs ready.